Hey everyone, it's your boy Kev, and welcome back to another KKS gaming video. Today we're playing Crime O'Clock, and I just want to say, give a thank you to Bad Seed and Merge Games for this game. This game is a bit of a hidden object investigation type game where you can kind of like where you solve crimes through different eras and whatnot. So yeah, looked pretty interesting. Reached out for a key, and yeah, we're gonna do a little gameplay for you today. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, music, investigation software, freemium installation complete. Hello, detective. I'm EVE, your new AI crime solving partner. I'm able to see past and future events by accessing the time flow, our virtual recreation of the true timeline. Okay, Loki. You get to focus on the not so simple mechanics of mathematics of crimes. You'll find clues, chase the leads, all that dramatic detective stuff. You see, there are people with the ability to alter the time flow and with motives that are, let's say, questionable. When that happens, we have to detect a crime that was never supposed to happen. Our task is to find those anomalies and restore the correct course of history. Well, between you and me, I know you're new to this. I am too, so we're in the same boat. Let's be sure to we do a good job. Okay. In order to learn the basics, we begin with a simulation. Press play to begin when you're ready. Okay, let's jump on into it, shall we? The apartment in pink. Let's review the fundamentals so that we can prepare you for your final test. It's time to show me your skills of deduction, detective. I recreated a short criminal case inspired by a true story archived in my DB. Don't worry though, I'll follow you step by step. Okay. Here's our case. A mysterious thief broke into a fashion model's loft and stole one of her famous jewels. But there's the catch though. According to the true timeline, the crime hasn't happened. So our task is to preserve the integrity of the time flow. To do that, we have to learn what happened and find the right order of events. We cannot interfere with the past, so we have to be sure our actions won't create further paradoxes. The first step in any investigation is to find the crime scene. Zoom in to get a closer look at the map and observe the details better. Okay. Perfect. The best way to find the clue is to zoom in. Now we now we have to select an element and let the system verify it. If it's actually a clue, it'll be highlighted. Select an element, press and hold until the system answers. Right now, we need to find the victim of our fashion model. Can you find her? Victim. Great job, detective. Here's our model. As you can see, she's reporting the theft to a police officer. If we look carefully, we'll be able to find more clues. She's pointing somewhere, probably towards her apartment. Let's see if we can find it. Remember to observe things carefully. We can guess directions, trajectories by assembling the details. Follow the imaginary line from the model's arm. It will lead you to our apartment. Here's the last thing, detective. Only for this case to help you focus on the right place. I'm highlighting the right zone where the crime takes place. Okay. Gold. There it is. Everything's turned upside down, and the door is broken. Unfortunately, the thief is gone. It's almost impossible to locate the thief we know nothing about, especially amidst the crowd. Therefore, my mainframe lets us examine the case from different points in time. The points are called ticks. They are frozen, fixed moments in time. It isn't ideal, but a collection of ticks is our only way to experience the past. Let's go back one tick and look for more information. Okay, let's see. Done. We are now back in time. See, the whole map has changed, moving back and forth. It's possible to observe the movements and actions of the city's inhabitants. For example, the model's apartment is still intact. The thief hasn't entered yet. Take a look. The thief is bound to be nearby. Yeah, he's right here. Suspect? Good find. Well, maybe I was a bit didactic in creating the simulation, but you have to admit our suspect has everything: a dark jumpsuit, a balaclava, a crowbar. We definitely he's definitely isn't a heating technician. Let's move forward in time and see if he's really our thief. Remember, we have 110 cents. Be sure of our theories. Okay. See. Okay. A whole day is found him. He was leaving the crime scene. He's taking off his balaclava. Clever. Following are definitely not a heating technician. You can interact with me anytime. Yeah, like I'm out here for you. Okay. Next to the canal. There he is. Where is he going? He's walking towards the water course. But what for? Detective, we need to continue to understand. Often the solution to investigation involves chases and surveillance duties. You seen him? He's holding the loot and he's giving it to a giant rat. Maybe this detail was a bit different. AI has a right to some creative freedom after all. Now that we caught him red-handed, let's make we can be sure that he's our culprit. Send a report back. Arrested. To them, it will appear just like a message on one of their terminals. They won't have a clue about our involvement. We couldn't prevent the crime, but we've restored the correct course of history. Just remember, we aren't basic police officers. Our job is to prevent crimes and save the innocent. Instead, our task is to protect the true timeline. Coach. Good job, detective. Now your final test. That was impressive for your first try. For a first try, or should I say, they were right in choosing you for this job. However, there are some things to be done before you can be a fully fledged detective. The Kobayashi test, your final test. Press play when you begin. The enigmatic lime drink. Detective, this is your final test. Prove your skills, and you'll be a full-fledged defender of the true timeline. You'll face the reconstitution of a real case recorded in my DB. A crime that should have never happened and was prevented by other operatives in the past. I'm sure you'll manage to demonstrate your detective skills by solving it. A gruesome crime was committed in the cloister of this city's ancient university. We have a lifeless victim. Find him. We'll start on your mark. Okay, find the crime scene. Okay, it said it happened in the university. It is, according to the archives, it is Danielle Larone. He was a archaeology professor and the author of international bestsellers. His books in less than a century will be the foundation of a cultural revolution. We couldn't let him leave the realm of the living like this. Not just for the sake of libraries, but to preserve the true timeline. What's that, detective? Check this out. Jack in the Box came out of the book, which is illegal in these barbaric times. The puppets, preposterous. There's more though. A lime-scented drink has been spilled on the ground. What exactly happened here? Was the drink poisoned? Or was it a severe case of puppet-induced phobia? We have to find out, but how? Well, as your AI student assistant, I'm equipped with cutting edge subroutines and analytical tools, most of which can be used for free with your current subscription plan. Gee, thanks. Oh shit. Oh, okay. Universal biochem analysis subroutine loaded correctly. Welcome to my world. Now you're looking at reality through my systems. This is how I perceive everything, even emotions. As you can see, no puppets. What a relief. I've activated the Universal Analysis tool. With it, we can extract biochemical and biometrical data from any crime scene, both from animate or inanimate objects. For examples, in this case, we can use it to determine if the death occurred due to poisoning. Detective, good luck. Try your luck with the UBA. Okay. Okay. Ooh. No poison. Negative. No poison was present in the body. I knew it. It's the puppet's fault. You could never trust those scoundrels. But how could that puppet have ended in that book? Day. So it's fine. We need to construct Professor Marone's day and to find other clues. Let's follow him. Okay, so that's what Professor Marone looks like. Let's see if he had a drink. Let's see if he had a drink on it. So he would probably be somewhere getting a drink. So that would be my thing. Like if he had a drink on it. Sorry, I'd have to look. I'd have to look for him in that outfit with them shoes. So you'd always. So you'd either have. Oh, there he is. Sit and sip. Okay. There he is again. Walking. So we went from here backwards a tick. Okay. Oh, so he got the book. So we got the book from this guy, Jack in the Book. What do you think, Detective? Yeah, I believe you're right. If Daniel obtained the book from the strange librarian, we must have found our murderer. We should investigate. Oh, head fake. Oh, okay. Database match, subroutine loaded correctly. The identity isn't of that person isn't also contained in my archives. I've only have the memory of people who, for some reasons, are considered important for specific historical events. Fortunately, with the database match tool, we can reconstruct the information of any person whose face is at least partly visible. Okay. I had to figure out how to stop it first. Oh, Umberto Ego, a retired university professor who still collaborates with the library. He wrote a single book, an obscure and enigmatic text called Ra and the Pendulum. Still, he and Daniel have had nothing in common except they worked for the same university. That isn't enough for a murder, I guess. But let's go back in time and see where Umberto got hit that strange jack. Okay, so it wasn't there. Oh, there he is. Is that him? Yes, him. Mixed mystery box. Okay, that's him there. Finally, we have an interesting clue. Umberto is front of a book delivery point. He's picking up some to take to the stand at the university. But at the time, students borrowed books. But when they finished their exams, they returned the books to the machine that collected them and cataloged them. It's an old fashioned but effective system. However, the most interesting thing is that it recorded the personal data of those who returned. Unfortunately, all that recorded data is encrypted. Luckily, there's a universal description kit system in my toolkit. Oh, head fake. Ah, okay. Universal name something loaded. We don't know for sure how to translate most of the ancient texts and codes. For that reason, we have developed the universal decryption tool. While it cannot give you a literal translation of ancient writings, it can be used to decipher the general meaning of almost anything. Try it and see. Okay, puzzles. There you go. I think once the puzzles are not too hard. It's just like trying to figure them out. Here it is. The last student who returned the strange book was someone named Roberto Benamino. Now that we have his data, we can trace the phone number, find out where he is. We don't even need tools we don't even need tools because 21st century smartphone was practically an open window into its user's owner's life. Suspect. It is buying a super maxi burger, whatever that is. Roberto was the last person to have had access to that strange book, so it must be a solitary must follow. Let me say, let's take 5. Oh, there he is. Take 3. Look like that's our deceased there. Oh, so he was. So that was where. Yeah, he must have returned the book and then went and got a burger to kind of like us to get his oh yeah. So he was probably like dropped it, then said, "Oh, I'm gonna get a burger, eat the burger." And then establish his alibi. Okay. Okay, so he was there and then got a burger. Went down this way. Oh, there he is. Caught you. Pranking. Here it is. He's preparing his Jack in the Books. I believe only Lang wanted to stage an innocent prank, but it started a dangerous chain of events. Coincidence are the most devious threats to the true timeline. They go unnoticed and are the weapon of choice for those who want to disrupt the current flow of time. As you know, we can't influence the past in any meaningful way, but we can send messages to any technological device. I'll notify the local police that a student is damaging public property in the form of a book. They'll show up, scold him a little bit, but that will be enough to prevent a dangerous chain reaction. Solved in 19 minutes. That was really cool. You finished your first test. Please remember, this was only a simulation. Our fictional Roberto didn't know the knowledge or the means to attack the true timeline. But you can be sure that others can and will, and they like using unsuspecting people like Roberto to start chain reactions capable of disrupting the proper time flow. However, this is a concern for another time. First, let's celebrate your successful completion of the test. Congratulations. You're a full-fledged operative agent. I suggest that you relax a little bit. I think it's extremely rare. Alert. Nexus event detected. I'm afraid your relaxing is over. A new Nexus event is corrupting the true timeline. It's a Nexus event. Alas, there's no time to explain. It's bad. Really bad. Imagine life as you know it stopping instantaneously and an entire age of history collapses. We have to act swiftly. Detective, let's go. And on that note, I'm going to go ahead and cut it on right here because it's running a bit long. But yes, yeah, I'm definitely liking this. These are the type of games that I rock with, for real. But anywhoosies, thank you guys for watching another KKS gaming video. If you like this, hit the like button. If you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button. Follow me on all my social networks in the description below. And yes, I'm gonna drop a link to this game Steam page, so if you want to check the game out on Steam, you can definitely do so in the link you do down below. But anyway, thank you guys as always for hanging out with your boy Kev, and please remember, whenever you watch this, as long as you watch this, have a wonderful day. Bye bye, y'all. Peace. Bye.